Hey everyone, today we are going to be checking out a room air conditioner from ZAFRO. So this is like a U-shaped air conditioner. As you can see in the little diagram here, you have this part here, it goes over the windowsill, and then you have that part on the other side as well. So pretty neat. I think the condenser sits outside to limit that noise that you're going to hear on the inside, which is awesome. Shipping on this super fast and efficient via FedEx. We had it in just a couple of days. Ship weight about 75 pounds. This does need to be in an upright position for 4 hours before you go ahead and install or assemble it. However, packaging on here looks to be pretty amazing. They got some styrofoam, some nice directions here, and even some strapping, keeping everything nice and secure. Here's a quick look at the unit itself. So of course, this is the back side of it. You can see the condenser in here. You do have some little screws there to go ahead and secure it in the windowsill area. Quite a big area for that windowsill as well. And of course, these directions are going to tell you exactly how to go ahead and install it and make sure that you have that outward slope as well to let any rain kind of run off of it. Super, super simple. They even give you a QR code to watch on the product to go ahead and make sure that you are installing properly. And then of course, here's a peek at the front side of it. It looks pretty simple, nice clean lines and whatnot. I'm actually gonna go ahead and bring this out to our garage. That is what we're gonna look to be cooling off during these super hot temperatures. Doing a lot of work on our garage, so that's the room we want to cool off. So here's actually the window that we're gonna be utilizing. So it's our garage window. This actually stays relatively cool in the summer. But we want to cool it off a little bit more. We have kind of that heat wave going on right now. It's in the 90s outside. So if we can just even bring it down a little bit in here, it's going to make working in here much more comfortable. Here's kind of that bag of the foam strips and whatnot, little foam blocks to go ahead and make it as airtight as we can. Of course, again, this is a garage window, so I don't have a screen or anything to go ahead and deal with, so I'll be able to set that window air conditioner right in here, and we should be able to get started rather quickly. Pretty much plug and play on this one. Let's go ahead and follow this quick start guide so we can get our air conditioner put in here and start cooling off our garage. Lots of filling foam, it looks like, so we're pretty much going to put that in the window and then insert our filling foam. So you're going to cut that ceiling foam to the appropriate length and make sure that it is in there nicely in the windowsill, again, to make it airtight. And then on the back, it looks like there is a mounting bracket to go ahead and secure to your window so that it can't be accidentally opened. And then, you know, of course, that air conditioner is not going to be secure once you open that window. So lots of little details and tidbits on this one. Again, on the back side here, there is a QR code to go ahead and download the ZAFRO app, create a new account, and then we're going to go ahead and connect it via Bluetooth on our cell phone. And it's giving us little details on controlling our air conditioner via our app. So I have the air conditioner kind of installed in the window, and I just wanted to show you guys something really neat. So they have these foam filling blocks, but they actually have one that's cut out perfect for the air conditioner. So you truly have one for each side. I have one for this side, and there's another one. I'm going to go ahead and shift this over so it can fit perfectly there. That way you don't have that air gap that is letting more warm air in as you're trying to cool things off. And then you have these big, huge foam blocks that you can go ahead and cut to size. So obviously I'm not going to need this whole block. I'll be able to cut this down and then slide that right into the window. There's also some other foam pieces that you can go ahead and put up on top that's kind of squishy foam to try to minimize that air gap that you have there. It's not too bad though on top of the air conditioner. Again, I'm going to go ahead and put that foam up on top of there as well. But I just wanted to see what this would look like once we have it up on our garage wall. So far, it looks actually kind of nice. It looks nicer than it should probably for our garage. But let's go ahead and power it on. And it sings us songs as well. So here's the display here. Looks like we have this opening up on the top. Ooh, I can feel a little cool air coming through. Oh, that feels nice. So it looks like it is already getting started. It looks like resetting Wi-Fi, so you can connect this to your Wi-Fi. Like I said, there's an app that you can go ahead and utilize. You've got a timer, you've got a night mode, you've got fan speeds. There's auto, low, medium, high. Turn that on high. We're gonna go ahead and cool down this garage as much as we can. Again, I know this is probably going to be working overtime while we're in here. That's truly my expectation for this right now. If we needed it inside, we could definitely move it inside, but the garage, like I said, we do a lot of work in here, so having a fan and having something that's actually cooling the air off is truly what I wanted. So this is a nice little window unit. And it seems like it's actually, like the air coming out of here feels pretty nice. Let's go ahead and look at the control panel we have here. Of course, we have the app we'll check out in a little bit. This is the swing, so that's kind of for this to open. You have a timer button, so go ahead and press that. It has a 3-second countdown, and then it kind of shuts off your lights that you have going on here. If you wanted to have that at nighttime, I bet that would be nice. Go ahead and turn that back on. You have a nighttime mode. That's going to make it sure that it doesn't get super duper loud. It's just going to keep it going at a nice low speed. Let's go ahead and turn that back off. Then we have our fan mode like I showed you already. 3 modes on that and then an auto. The air coming out does feel really, really nice now. It's cooled down considerably. So we can go ahead and turn our temperatures up and down. That display is really nice on there. On the left side of the unit, you also have your drain. You can put a container under here to go ahead and collect any of your drain water. But I did want to go ahead and show you how the setup was out here. So you do have these nice long support legs with a little rubber, and then you have this little nut stopper you got going on here. So you have 2 of these to go ahead and secure onto your home. You do kind of want to have a little slope to it so that, you know, the rain can run off. But it was super duper easy to go ahead and install this one on our garage window. I've let it run out here for a little while, and while I was letting it cool off out here, I did go ahead and download the app. So we can go ahead and add our device to it. To do that, you just go ahead and press this for 3 seconds, and there's a little countdown on the side for you. And then it says hold your phone as close to the device as possible. Well, it's connecting via Bluetooth. So then it shows up down here a little symbol. It's pairing our air conditioner to that app. Hit next, and then it comes up with all of the different networks to go ahead and connect to. Once you put in your Wi-Fi password, you bring your phone as close to that device as possible again, and it's going to go ahead and connect to the router of the device, and then of course connect to the air conditioner so that your app is able to control your air conditioner. So we're going to add this to a new room, to the garage, add that. Successful. Now we have our window air conditioner added to our app, and it's going to go through and show you exactly how you go ahead and set that up. So pretty awesome that I'm able to control the air conditioner from my app. And to be honest, if you take a look at the app on here, it's pretty neat because it says the ambient temperature right now is 78 degrees around our air conditioner, which is pretty outstanding because it's 93 degrees outside. So in our garage, we've been cooling it for a little while. Like I said, it is always cooler in here than it is outside. The dry mode is running. Current temperature is 78. So you can go ahead and run that dry fan. You have the air conditioner, or you have the regular fan to just keep that air moving. Then you have the up and down. So you can go ahead and change your little slide thing there to go ahead and move that air up and down or side to side. You can also change that speed. You can lock it, turn sounds on and off. The display you can go ahead and turn off on here as well. So if it's nighttime and you kind of want your room absolutely pitch black, you can certainly do that as well. You can turn that back on as well. It's kind of neat little Tron looking light on there. Again, I'm standing right in front of this and I can feel it blowing and it feels pretty nice. New device is connected to my network. Of course I know that. Then from your app, you can also turn off your AC. So now we just turn that off. Go ahead and turn that on. Say I'm away doing something and I want to make sure that that room is cool by the time I get home, or maybe since this is in my garage, I can turn it on in the morning or, you know, a couple of hours before I plan on coming out here. So it's a nice, cool environment once I get out here. Super awesome to go ahead and have an app on your window AC. Maybe you're just laying in bed and you decide you don't want to get up. You also have a remote on top of your app. So if you're away from home, this is handy. You have a remote that can do all of the same things. With this remote, they do even include batteries for you as well. So you have a power button. You can go ahead and power on and off. You can turn that temperature up and down. You have that menu button. You can go through the menu. You have your fan speeds. Of course, you have this little thing, the little slide. You can go ahead and open that up, close it. You have the display that you can go ahead and turn off. Turn the light on your remote, rather. Then you have, if you hold this, you can go ahead and lock it as well. That way, if you come over here, none of these buttons will do anything. For like little ones, you can go ahead and lock it. Unlock it on here, you just hold it for 3 seconds again. Pretty awesome. If you want to turn off your lights at night, go ahead and hold that one for 3 seconds on the remote. Now there's no sound. Oh, that's what I did, is I turned the sound off. Pretty awesome that you can turn off the sound so you can push all those buttons without waking anybody up, especially those little ones once again. So I kind of just briefly went over this window air conditioner. I had a window air conditioner when I was really, really little growing up, and it kind of sat in the window. It had these little things that you pulled out, accordion things you pulled out on the side. This one is definitely a huge improvement. So big, huge power button on the side there. So let's go ahead and let this thing do its job. Continue cooling. I'm going to turn that off. And we're going to turn our fan speed up. Oop, our temperature. Sorry, our fan speed. Turn that up. Turn our temperature down. There we go. Get this thing pumping. Kind of like turning off the sound. I don't really need the sound, but it is connected on my phone now, so I can go ahead and use my phone app to go ahead and adjust this from inside as well. This window AC from ZAFRO has been a great improvement to the garage. It truly has cooled off our garage quite a bit. Like I said, it's 93 degrees outside, 78 in here, so it feels so much better in the garage than it does outside. If you guys are looking to purchase a window air conditioning unit, definitely check this one out. Link is down below in the description for all of the details, specifications, and of course, price to pick yourself up one. Until we see you again, keep your nose clean. Bye!